Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Wednesday, September the 3rd. The year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Hard trading truth. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And there is a hard trading truth, and it has to do with risk management. If you don't have your risk management in place on every single trade, you just might lose more than you're willing to lose on that trade or during the trading session. So have your risk management in place. Hard trading truth. You know, here's the hard trading truth I want to talk about today is that traders, over the past couple of decades, maybe past 3 decades, have seen technology really take over trading in the sense that we have access up to the second data and news. We have trading platforms that will calculate things, in milliseconds. And somehow, even though we have all this technology, traders still lose. And that's a hard trading truth. And part of what makes it a hard trading truth is that most traders, especially new traders that are just starting out, that have never even placed a trade with real money, they're out there back testing all these indicators and systems. And in a way, I laugh at it only because I've been down the road they're traveling. I mean, I literally spent, I don't know how many months back when I was trading equities and I was working with LaRogie 777, and Roger was his name. And, we were working on his RSI2 thing. I learned divergence. I learned all this stuff. And then I was working with a couple other guys with their MACDs and their super secret settings and all this stuff. And I kind of fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I just, I have to admit it. But then I realized that most of it, if not all of it, is bogus. And it's bogus because that's not what makes the difference. The difference that makes the difference is the trader. When I came up with the buy zone, and I came up with the rat zone, and I came up with the wick zone, all of these things are based on statistics, and they happen every day. But there are still people winning and some people losing. And it's the trader. And I think the turtle traders were probably the best example of this, where, they taught a bunch of people how to trade. They all started out the same, but they didn't finish the same. And that hard truth stares you in the mirror. It's staring right back at you. It's you, the trader. We mentioned this, but it's just that I just see it almost every time someone contacts me with the question about trading. These hard that they want to work on this method, they want to work on that method. They never say, hey, I want to work on myself, I want to become a better trader. Because think about it, back when, remember when this, well, no, we don't remember, but we probably read about it when the stock market crashed back in the 20s. Up until then, there weren't online trading. People had to, but they traded. You know, some of them were in the pits, some of them were on the phone. They traded. They didn't have all this technology. No internet, you know, no MT4, none of this stuff. Most of it hadn't been invented. but they managed to trade. The the Japanese had their candlesticks, which what we, some of us like to have our charts with candlesticks, but they had to do it by hand. I mean, all the great traders that we read about, from back in the day, Livermore, by hand. Darvis, by hand. They didn't have this stuff. So the question is, if they didn't have this stuff, what was it that made them profitable traders? And once again, it was them. They figured out something and then they stuck to it. They perfected it. They had a plan and they followed it, through the ups and the downs. But they stuck with it. They figured out what they were doing that was profitable, and they figured out what they were doing that would cause loss. And so it's so much easier to say, you know what, this whole flip flop thing, flip flop, that just doesn't work. So use let's use these horizontal lines here, space 5 pips apart, and we'll do that, and we'll trade with the M30 candle color at the line. And as I say that, we've got a green M30 right at the 50 psychological line. And so the thing is, did you take the trade or not? Did you second guess yourself? And you say, you know what? Oh, I don't like that one either. So let me find something different. Okay, let's wait till price gets in the ATR zone and we know it's probably going to reverse. And so we'll do that. No, I don't like that. Let's use the wick zone. No, I don't. And you can, let's use pivots because pivots work. Yeah, okay, I'll start trading pivots. And then you keep hopping from method to method. You go, you know what? Forget the pound dollar. I'm going to go back to trading the dollar yen. Oh no, no. You know what? I read that the euro USD. That's the one I really need to trade because the euro USD, that's the most popular pair. So I should be trading that. So then you start changing pairs. And this thing can go on and on and on and on and on because there's just so many different methods and ways to trade. But the bottom line is, the hard truth is, as the captain in Cool Hand would Luke say, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. Now, the thing is, if you take a hard look at yourself, are you doing the same thing over and over that's not working, but for some strange reason you think you think this is the way to do it, but you keep losing, you keep losing, you keep losing, but you keep doing it? I mean, that's on you. That's not the method. It's not, that's you. And, or maybe you succumb to FOMO, so you rush in because you don't want to miss out. And so you get you get you get knocked out by some FOMO. Or maybe you keep trading from the seat of your pants as opposed to sticking to a method or a plan. You know, the like I used to call it the stock de jour, stock of the day. You know, you keep jumping from stock to stock, or the method. You know, the method of the week. Oh, somebody over the weekend posted this new method. You know, on some trading platform or some new indicator. Oh, let's run and get that. Now, you know, people can say, well, "Come on, One, you constantly work on indicators," and yes, I do because I've been doing this so long, and all of a sudden I'll see something new, and it's just like, is there something there? But the thing is, I have what I'm grounded in, which is horizontal lines, and anything else would be something that, if it proves profitable, I might take it. You know, like we call them the stripes here, these blue stripes. You know, you get a blue stripe, then you might want to go long, and that's just simple. If it made a lower low and then the close goes above the previous close, or made a higher high and close goes below it. And it's like, more times than not, you take that trade, you might be able to make a pip or two. And but you have to be smart about it. You see here, price was way down here, then it came up here. It was down at the 25, moved all the way up to the 50. Now, that's 25 pip move. Could price keep going up? Yes. But then you start to look here and you start to see the price action. You see down, you see down, you see down. Then it went up, you see down. But these ups aren't that much compared to the downs. So it's like, well, what's that telling me? Well, it's kind of telling me that price wants to go down. And so right now, we're in my favorite territory, the launch pad. You can see here we had a close below 45 and then it shot right back above it. Now it's turned the M30 green. And you see, they even had a little blue stripe there. Daily's green, the H4 is green, the H1 is green, the M30 is green. Now M1's green, just M5, M15. Now we got a new M5, it just turned green. So, but the thing is, some of this you have to run through your head. It's like, okay, do I have this? Do I have this? What do I see? And the thing is, sometimes you'll take the trade and it'll be profitable. Sometimes you take the trade, it's going to be a loss. That's just trading. That's just trading. And that's a hard truth because there's no trade that you would bet your life on. None. At least not if you're smart. So like, right here we had a flip-flop box. We closed above 45. M30 was green. I mean, that would be worth about 3 pips right now. Let's see, let's put, yeah, 2.5 pips. Now market's taking it back. Well, we'll see what happens. So, I mean, that's just the hard truth, traders. Just the hard truth that if you want to be successful in this game, you have to work on you. I don't care what method you're using. You can have squiggly line crossovers. Doesn't matter. You can have squiggly lines in sub windows. Doesn't matter. Horizontal lines. I don't care. You could even not even look at the chart and just look at the price. But the thing is, it's all up to you because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.